Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to A Clash of Kings. Now, when we left off, we had just taken Tyrosh from the Tyroshi faction, and we were actually going to head on to Naval, but I decided that I would go to help Berengar Paren with his slight folly here. Yes, as you see here, we have Prince Melanai from the Lys faction, and I cannot believe that they are actually still active, but it does appear as though this is the last remaining vassal. He has, as you can see here, been looting all of the Lorathi villages, and indeed was able to defeat Berengar in combat, as far as I am aware at least, because Berengar is nowhere to be seen. So, thankfully enough, I was able to catch up with him, and what we'll be doing is waiting until daytime, and then we will engage him, and maybe get a little further away from these mountain bandits, just in case they decide to take advantage of the situation. You never know. They might. So, yes, he is the ruler of the Lys faction, and yes, we are going to be not making peace with them. We're going to be taking them out, and we'll see what we can do here. So, we vastly outnumber him, of course, so we should be okay, but of course we have not had a lot of time to rejuvenate our units, which is obviously something I would want to do before engaging the ruler of a faction, but I really want to just head on to Myr as quickly as we can, and then we will do our very best to take them out, and then I'm not entirely sure whether we even want to engage the other factions on Essos, because as we know, the Pentos faction, they are going to be rather tricky, to say the least, to deal with. And maybe Bravos as well, because they do have those two-hander units, and, well, I'm not looking forward to engaging them, that is for sure. Because, as you may remember, we did have a Bravosi two-hander unit in our employ, and he was so powerful that he actually lasted through maybe 4 or 5 different sieges, and then he was unfortunately taken out as a result of, well, running into, shall we say, a very sticky situation in terms of the defensive measures that the enemy had currently taken in that garrison. So, yes, a little unfortunate that he was taken out there, but he did his duty, and he was a very good two-hander unit, that is for sure. So, I'm hoping that we'll probably be able to maybe get some of those again at some point in the future, and maybe that is maybe a reason why we should do battle with them, because then we'll be able to recruit their units, and I must learn to stay away from these trees, because these trees are my bane in this particular battlefield. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's try to take these guys out as best we can. We are, of course, on a mount, so we should have the advantage here. And thankfully enough, the spearmen are not doing too much damage to our horse either. And there it is, very nice. Let's try and take out... Oh my goodness, he actually parried us there. Very skillful of him. Yeah, we're doing some damage to that fellow's horse, but not too much else. We need to get out of there a little bit. Circle around and maybe get another slash, or maybe not. Yes, okay. Well, hopefully our elite longbowmen will do their very best here. And we are receiving another wave of enemy reinforcements coming in here, so we do need to watch out for their spearmen here. Oh my. Okay, come on. Yes, there we are. Thankfully, not many of them are taking too much notice of us. Maybe they did not realize that we are King Elias himself, running straight on into them. That's probably not a very wise idea, to say the least. Yes, as you can see, not a very wise idea whatsoever. But thankfully enough, now we can fight as an infantry, which is very nice indeed. Come on, let's do this. Let's fight in first person for a little bit. And let's stab that fellow. Ah, yes, I misjudged the range a little bit there, unfortunately. Okay, come on. Ah, yes, unfortunate. Okay. I was hoping to be able to stab that fellow, but he was able to block us before I was able to do anything of note. But Carver is getting quite a few kills here, I have to admit, and as a result he has advanced in level, which is great. So, it does appear as though we have only 5 enemies remaining, and that should mark the end of the Lys faction. And we should see another elimination. And it appears that now they only have 1 enemy remaining, and there it is! A veteran Lysini skirmisher taken out by a knight. Very nice. Okay, there it is. Okay, well, 2 renown. I wasn't expecting anything more than that, of course. But we did lose, wow, quite a few knights. But As you know, we do have quite a few mounted sergeants. Carver was on an absolute murdering spree right here. He took out 9 enemy units, and we, as King Elias, probably should have done a lot better here, but we were only able to take out 16. So there we have it. Prince Melani escaping, and it does appear as though we have this fellow. I'm not entirely sure where he's from, but we'll see in just a moment. It does appear he's from the Mer faction. Oh my. That's not too good, I have to admit. Now that we have given them 1 extra vassal to play with. Oh my, okay. Maybe not a very good idea to let him go, but we do have some Unsullied to make up for it. A couple of pirate swordsmen. And some various other units here. I gave most of my Slaver camel riders to, I believe it was Belacqo or Harold. I cannot remember exactly who I gave it to, but hopefully they will make good use of them, whoever it was. And now we'll just hopefully be able to reimburse some of the knights that we lost. As you can see here, we don't have too many knights or heavy knights. I'm attempting to level up our mounted sergeants to hopefully become knights sooner rather than later if possible. And then of course we can take some of these prisoners too. What are we going to take here? Some elites and some veteran mounted archers, and then we'll just take the other veterans as well. And some axemen, I think will be fine. And of course, then we have Drollo and Carver to level up. So let's have a look here. Nothing of note to take. We'll let our companions loot that. And yes, so we should be seeing a faction being eliminated soon. And then we'll talk to Carver. Let's have a look here. So he has the required amount of leadership that I, in my opinion, would like him to have when he becomes a lord. And as a result of that, I'd probably like to get him some riding skill. Can he use his polearm on a horse? Let's just take a look at that. No, it cannot be used on horseback, so that's a good thing to know at least. So, no riding skill for you, that's for sure. Let's see, let's go for some intelligence. I think we probably want to get him... Can they take prisoners if they don't have prisoner management? I'm not entirely sure how the AI works around that sort of thing. So maybe we'll go with 1 in that, and then maybe some more in pathfinding. I think pathfinding is always going to be good. So let's go for 1 in prisoner management. That might be a mistake, but he is just such a beast already that any improvement is going to be good, even if it is somewhat of a waste of points. But I'm pretty sure that they do need prisoner management, as far as I'm aware at least. Well, maybe not. Whatever the case, he has now 4 in pathfinding, which is great. And now we're on to Drollo. So this is where I probably want to increase his agility a little further. And we'll increase his leadership once again, because I think he is going to be making quite a good lord in the end. And we'll increase his one-handed a little bit there as well. Okay, so that is fine. We have hopefully eliminated the least faction now, and we will be able to travel all the way back over to Mer and take them out. So let's do just that. Oh my, okay. Well, we have a couple of mountain bandits here, and I'm pretty sure they are not going to want to engage upon us. No, they are not. I wouldn't mind actually taking out the mountain bandit hideout, because at the moment it does appear as though they are doing a pretty reasonable job of absolutely locking anyone out of their territory here, so it's not too good, but it does appear as though we are now gaining a huge amount of money, and I think this is mainly due to the fact that we have tributes now from our nobles, because we have a rather significant amount of vassals. Well, not as many as I maybe think we should have, but we are seeming to gain a pretty tidy profit, so I'm happy with that. And oh, hello, it appears we have a young girl from a nearby village offering herself to us. It will only cost 20 silver. Well, we're going to be ignoring her, I think. Yes. And we will instead head into the bandit hideout. Yes, let's attack them. And I think we're probably going to be heading in with a very small force. Yes, we have Drollo here. We have Bryndon. I think we have all of our companions in here, actually. Let's just see who gets the most kills, shall we? We'll treat it as a slight competition, because I do believe that these mountain bandits are not going to pose too much of a threat to us. But Alan has already taken a rather significant amount of damage, as well as Elias being shot. And I was not actually expecting any of our companions to go down here, so I'm a little bit worried. Am I? I'm a little bit worried, perhaps. Yes. Okay, well, it appears that Brynden, Drollo, and Martin are going on some nice killing sprees here. And let's just hope that Jasper gets a couple of kills too. And, whoa, Drollo is just sniping them, as you may see, if I can hopefully get some sort of first-person camera on his sniping activities. That would be wonderful. But at the moment, that does not appear to be the case. And, whoa, I'm actually taking a pretty considerable amount of damage. A little bit more than I wanted to be honest. Look at that. 9 damage as well. Wow, that would be embarrassing if we were taken out by a mountain bandit, but we still have Martin here, and we still have Drollo in the back shooting away, so let's hopefully try to assist them a little bit, and oh no! Okay, wait a minute, let's go third person here. I need to have a little bit more perspective on things. Okay, take down that guy, and then let's not be slowed down. No! Don't shoot me again. Yes, there we go. Okay, stab him, and then deal with these fellows. Use Dark Sister to the greatest effect. Now, I'm just unfortunate enough not to have any ranged capability whatsoever. So, we are probably going to die here, actually. That is not going to be good, is it? Not at all, but we are dealing with them rather considerably, and wow. That was an eye-opening experience. Okay. Well, it does appear as though most of our... Oh! Aha! I see. I did not destroy the bandit hideout, but they were able to relocate it. So hopefully they've relocated it to somewhere where there isn't such a huge concentration of mountain bandits. But here it is. We have another real-time event. A single rider looking poor and unarmed approaches your party. Intercepted by your men, he presents himself as a singer from Saltward and requests your permission to compose an ode about your magnificency and generosity. Your men exchange glances and then look at you, waiting for an answer. You grant such permission? And pay him 300 coins, grant permission and hand a purse with 100 coins, allow the singer to compose the ode but offer him no payment, or order your men to take the beggar out of your way. Well, 300 coins it is. And we didn't actually gain anything else. We didn't gain honor or a noun or anything like that, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But I suppose there is always a possibility of that happening, so it's always a good idea to choose the most positive option, I suppose. Maybe. And there it is! It does appear as though Lys has been eliminated, thankfully enough. Oh, wow! It appears that 2 have actually been eliminated. I think Tyrosh, as well as Lys, because I do think that whoever that fellow was, let's just take a look at the notes here, recent messages. Yes, this fellow here, he is the guy, I believe, that had all of the Dothraki Screamers that we were fighting in a previous episode. And, well, he, as you can see, has renounced his allegiance to Tyrosh and joined the Reach, which maybe should be our next target. I'm not too sure, because the Reach, as you may see, as we scroll over here, is the closest faction to us, apart from the Riverlands, and the Riverlands is rather large, as you can see here. They were able to take Harrenhal from the Westerlands originally, so we can only assume that they are quite powerful, and the Reach do have some very deadly crossbowmen, so I'm a little bit dubious about engaging them just yet. But I suppose we will just head on, continue onward to Naval, and we'll see whether we encounter any of the enemy's vassals. I have a bad feeling, actually, that we might be outnumbered considerably by them, because, yes, they have been given a rather significant amount of time to garrison a large amount of defense at their various fiefs that they have still. And by that I mean the one that they have, but yes, goodness me, I think it's going to be a pretty difficult situation to deal with. So let's just get some more food here. And, of course, our companions will sell their items. And I think we'll just level up a little bit. Oh, Martin actually leveled up in that small bandit hideout skirmish, so I suppose it's not all bad. Let's go over to him, increase his agility once more, and get him some foraging. Now, one of you also stated that we should probably get him some more looting, so we'll do that next time he levels up. And, let's see. Well, he doesn't have any ranged weapons, but I suppose if I wanted him to use anything, I'd want him to use a bow, so we'll give him more of those. And anyone else? No. No one else needs to level up. So let's just head on to Naval. Okay, so as we may see here, we actually have no vassal... Oh. He must have got in here rather soon, but yes, this appears to be the fellow that we rescued from that lease vassal up to the north there. So, yes, it appears that we are going to be heading into Naval, and we'll see how well we do. If we need to retreat strategically, then I will do so, but as you may have seen, they have Asher Greyjoy in the prisoner's hold here, so hopefully we'll be able to rescue her, and maybe, if she feels so inclined, maybe she will join us, and maybe we could marry her then, who knows. But yes, I think without further ado we're going to be heading in here, although there is a vessel heading over here. How are we doing? No, we're not actually that good, so what we'll do is we'll wait until tomorrow and rejuvenate ourselves a little bit here, because as far as I can tell, Elias is still grievously wounded from our previous skirmish with some very powerful units. Those bandit kings. Yes, very powerful. So, the sound of a galloping horse pierces the cold morning, and you run outside to find a scout. He tells you a strange ship, carrying men who speak a strange language, has been shipwrecked at the nearest coast. What do? Immediately send a warband to investigate? Okay, we're going to be recruiting those. We gain honor, but we lose morale, of course, but that's fine. And let's just hope that we are able to rejuvenate fully before we head in here. Caul is patrolling around Stony Sept. Very nice to see that. And yes, as we can see here, we have some of their Archons. I actually thought that no one else had the Archon Lord title, but it appears so. Okay. And Alan has now advanced to level 7. Great. So let's see here. Free the peasant. Gain some honor. And it appears that we have now rejuvenated, or at least I hope so. Ooh, 74% still? Okay, I think we'll just have to go in. I don't really want to take any chances when it comes to the Mer vassals. So, what are we going to do? I think for the first initial assault, I want to stay with Elias, but maybe as time goes on, we'll switch to someone else. So let's lead our soldiers, and we'll see what we can do. Okay, oh, this is a difficult layout. I've not done this before. Okay. Well, actually, it doesn't seem that difficult because most of the enemy units are not, at the moment, within range of us. Only a couple of them are shooting us, so I think we should have... Oh. Wait a minute, they're actually in here. Okay. Well, this is new to me. Let's have a look. Oh my goodness, we're going through water. This is amazing. Okay, this is very cool. Let's do this. Take them out. Yes. Stab them. Do all kinds of things. Let's do it. Yeah. Okay. Well. I'm a little bit worried, actually. There's quite a few of them here. Okay, I think I probably want to switch to my two-handed here if I'm just going to continue swinging, but it is a very tight, close quarters situation, and I think we might have a couple of issues if I lower my shield for more than a few seconds, because we are going to be shot at by a myriad of different units. So let's hopefully prevent any further damage from being taken. Brynden is in here with his melee weapon, and I think he's actually doing a pretty considerable job. That is amazing. I like that a lot. Whenever Brynden gets down to getting into melee, it's always nice to see. Yeah, come on. Take him out, Elias. Let's do this. Okay. Oh, we're getting through their lines relatively simply. Now we just need to get through here and hopefully not get stuck in the bottleneck. If we are stuck in the bottleneck, then things are going to get very messy indeed. Aha! Okay, so we have two different areas to go through here. I'm a little bit worried about those fellows up there, that is for sure, because they probably have a very good vantage point for us to get taken out. Let's hopefully be able to get up there, though, and take them out first. If I can actually get up the ladder, though. There we are. Thank you. Let's stab him. Take out that guy. Yes. Oh, careful. Oh, no. He was using his range. Yes. Very nice. They have some very good crossbowmen as far as I am aware, because I do believe some of you actually told me that a while ago, that they had very good crossbowmen, so let's try to make sure that we don't feel the full force of their attacks. Not just yet, anyway. Now, I'm going to jump down here, and let's take out this guy. There we are. Okay, now let's try and clear the way a little bit, and hopefully not attack our own units in the process, yes. That's probably not such a good idea. Okay. Come on, let's do this. Yes. Okay, now, I am rather worried about that fellow over there. Do you see that fellow? he is probably going to be marking us for death very soon. And I'm just watching him, hoping that he's not going to be shooting his crossbow at us anytime soon. But... oh, he's getting ready to aim, and maybe he's going to be shooting at someone else, but I have a feeling that he is waiting for us to turn around the corner here. Oh no. Okay, come on. Let's just take out this guy if we can. Oh, they're very sturdy as well, aren't they? Very sturdy units. Difficult to take out. Okay, my shield is still at a pretty reasonable amount of durability as well, so I think we should be okay if I'm able to raise it before he shoots anything. Oh, there we are. Yes. As you can see here. Wait a minute. Oh, no bolt, but it appears that maybe my shield took a melee strike. Okay, come on, we can do this. We can do this in one fell swoop. I do not think that we need to do this many times. Like the Tyrosh siege that we shall not mention. Oh yes, that was an absolute flawed strategy right there from me previously. Hopefully this time around we will just be able to very easily get in here. I'm going to tell our archers to hold position back here. Hopefully they'll be able to snipe some of the crossbowmen in the back, if possible. That would be nice if they actually do attempt to do that. At the moment I'm not entirely sure because we have so many of our infantry at the fore of the battle, so that might not work. Okay, come on, let's take out some of these skirmishers if possible. Ooh, it does appear as though some of our archers are getting on to the vantage point here as well, which is even better. Very nice to see that. Okay, let's take out these guys before they complain about being stuck in the wall. There we are, thank you very much. And look at all the bodies! Oh my goodness. Okay, wow. Phew. Well, yes, actually, on another note, I must mention that I have recently downloaded Battle Sizer, and I increased our battle size to 250 from 210, and we'll just hope that we might actually be able to increase it further. We'll just see how well it goes over the next couple of battles and sieges and so forth, but at the moment it does seem like a rather epic pursuit here that we have on our hands. We have a very large battle, as you can see here. We are against, well, we actually have 190 units on the battlefield as we speak, and I do believe we are going to be receiving reinforcements very soon. So, yes, let's just try to make sure that we don't lose too many while they are arriving. So, let's see. Let's try and move our archers a little closer now. And how many units do we have to fight? 112 remaining. I do believe they have a couple more reinforcement waves left in them, but I'm pretty sure we'll be able to deal with them without issue. Or at least I hope so. Oh my. Oh no, that's not looking good. Look at that! Look at how many units they have, and most of them are skirmishers. So they're definitely going to be firing a huge amount of javelins and various other projectiles towards us. Oh my. That's not going to be too fun. Okay, I think what we're going to do here, we're going to get our archers in maybe the best possible position that they can currently get into, which is over here. And I'm just trying to look for any raised platforms, but unfortunately this appears to be the only one. So let's take a good advantage of it and do some stabbing. Oh yes. There we are. Thank you. Reinforcements have arrived. Now the only problem with that is that they're probably going to take too long to get here. And I'm worried about these enemy units behind me because I'm taking a little bit too much damage from their ranged units. And I've just backed myself into a corner here, which is even worse. So let's try to be a little bit cautious, shall we? Okay, so our elite longbowmen are actually doing an incredible job so far. And they are even having to go into melee a little bit, which is something I would prefer they didn't. But, well, we have to have some of them in melee. Make sure that we have a little bit of structure at the front, while our other units make their way to the front of the battle. Let's do this. Oh my. Come on, let's try and take out a couple of them at least before we get taken out. I have a feeling that I'm probably going to get taken out very, very soon. Although, once I've said that, it's probably a certainty that it's going to happen, so let's just try and make sure that we take out as many as we can before it does. Oh my. Okay. Oh, it does appear as though our mounted sergeants have arrived. Wonderful. Oh yes, that is exactly what I wanted to happen. Very good. Now let's just make our way over here. Stab these guys. Overhead slashes. And we will eventually cut our way through them. And there it is. Very nice. Oh yes, we took out a whole 400 and around 80 units, I do believe. We'll take a look in just a second. 13 renown was our reward. And we lost a whole load of mounted sergeants. Thankfully enough, our heavy knights and knights casualties were a little bit less than that. And we, in total, lost 45 units. And yes, as you can see there, we took out 469 of the enemy, and King Elias was able to accrue 82 kills, Brendan 7, Carver 14, and Garrett was actually on a roll here. He was able to get 17. Wow, wonderful. And this is the fellow that we actually released before, so I think we're probably just going to release him again, get some more honor. And here is Asher Greyjoy. Now, she is actually quite unique in our situation here, because as you may know, most of the lords in the game are very friendly towards us, but it appears that Asher herself is not. So we're going to be letting her go, of course, so hopefully she'll... Ah, yes, very nice relation increase right there. From 1 to 7, wow, that's actually pretty considerable gain right there, very nice. And now we have our choice of units. So let's just... I think we can take all of them, actually. Shall we do that? I think we should. Why not? We're going to have quite a few wage problems soon, but hopefully we'll be able to give some of these... 81! 81 pirate archer... Oh my goodness. I actually don't have enough space for all of them. That is really unfortunate. I would love to take all these pirate swordsmen. Oh my goodness. Okay, well... yeah, what can you do? So let's just head on. A reinforced Pavis. Ah, that might actually be quite nice for one of our companions, so we'll keep that. It's got flowers on as well, which is rather rather pleasant. So yes, okay, that will be fine. All of the other loot will be going to our companions here. So, who do we want this to go to? I think we should take a look. Oh yes, we did accept this fellow, didn't we? Ah, yes, okay. Okay, for now, I'm not entirely sure whether I really want to give him too many, because he is still 100 relation with us, so I'd like to probably give this to Harold, even though he is 100 relation with us as well. So I'll give this to Belacqua instead. There we have it. Fenna is the lowest in relation, followed by Clavis, so we do need to do something about that. Maybe we'll wage war against someone in the north. I don't want to say the north themselves, but yes, maybe somewhere near that. And then we'll just take a couple of pieces of food, and we'll head on from there. So let's just take a look at the north real fast, and we'll see... Ah, yes, it does appear as though the north is the only faction very close, apart from, well, the Three Sisters. And, well, they have an affiliation with the Vale, and as we know, the Vale is rather powerful, so not entirely sure whether we could do battle with them. Maybe we'll take our war to the Riverlands instead, but who knows, we'll see. So, I'm going to be ending this episode off here, and next time on A Clash of Kings, we will see what we can do about the war against the Riverlands, or maybe even the Three Sisters. I think we could probably take out the Three Sisters before the Vale even has a chance to respond, so maybe that would be a good idea. Well, nevertheless, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.